Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy on KwingsLetsPlays.
Yay!
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and special thanks to Capcom for providing a copy of this game. It's time for us to dive back into the case of the Steel Samurai.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking with Penny here. The day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see? Only assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see.
We'll get a recap.
In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everybody else.
The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that.
Okay, well that's interesting. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am?
What kind? No. I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Power's alibi.
What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer! They even have a photograph! Sorry, I know you're busy.
No, not really.
Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about! A clue! A lead! Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You know, like,
You
sorry.
sensed?
Yeah. Several times.
Some other studio employees, maybe?
No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was the action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside.
Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry, I don't have better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot, Nick!
Okay, sensing someone. So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio that day?
Yes, I think.
I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony.
Nick! What about the security lady? If somebody else came through the studio, she must have seen them.
Okay.
Thank you, Penny. For your
Bye,
input.
Penny. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Penny would say, see you guys later.
October 16th, Global Studios.
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost.
Okay. Assistant's claim.
What? I saw that suspicious look on your face.
I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was around 2:30 p.m. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as I can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was somebody else from outside here on that day. What? Are you absolutely sure that you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? All right, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do? Eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One and... Oh, her! She's not even a full-time employee! Are you young'uns are like, tomorrow's saying this and that, nothing about the respecting of your elders, and shame on... Gah!
She left.
Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Wink, wink. Nudge,
Security
nudge.
camera. The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Nick! Maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer.
Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a try.
You know how to work these things, Nick?
Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera.
I can't remember. Was it 307?
It's this one. There, entered.
Nothing happened.
Maybe I got the number wrong.
Maybe we should go look at that camera again.
No, we're gonna do it again, because it's one of those options.
Nick!
Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it.
Okay,
So
we'll just try it again.
Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Okay, so that has been... So try this one.
Okay.
There, entered. Aha!
Hey! It printed out the data for that day!
Let's see what we got. Oh. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit, I guess. Guess that's why the security lady thought it was him.
I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back.
Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day?
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
Powers' photo added to the court record.
Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo for evidence in the trial?
Yeah.
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
Right. We'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Wait, let's not.
Oh, why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon.
Oh, Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. Maybe. To be continued! Although, that doesn't really matter, because we're gonna keep going. October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4.
Ooh, number 4 this time.
Oh no. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Powers.
Yes, Santa's the judge.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call, a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Oh no.
Oh, great.
Oh boy.
Guy.
Gumshoe, Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station is a gate, see? Past there are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. So we got, then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. Haunting. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to the whole thing again?
No.
I think I could probably remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear. Now, how medieval?
I know.
Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call the security officer to the stand, please.
It's interesting. She doesn't come to work until 1 p.m. She doesn't even go in the morning.
Have fun, Amber. Will the witness declare her name, please?
Oh my, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of a trouble getting this witness to say their names.
Wendy old bag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. Now, even when I was young, there's still other children, but there was this boy, he called me old bag.
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony, please.
Now the witness was stationed on the main gate the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you, yes?
You know your stuff, dearie.
Thank you. You may begin your testimony now, please.
Thank you.
She sure is one heck of an old bag. Wow, he became Shaggy. Zoinks! Witness's testimony.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning, you know. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened right at 2:30 p.m., right? Well, interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
You saw the defendant then. Interesting. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Witness's account.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m.
So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio?
Well, I mean, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, so no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You know, you need an employee key card to get in.
Right, the key card that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station?
Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning, you know.
What kind of errands?
Well, I mean, there was... Oh, well, you know...
Answer the question!
Actually, I was actually watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know, like I do.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? Did my job enough?
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, though. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Well, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through, too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Wow.
Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station, and I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right?
How did you know that?
Oh, well, I have my ways, that overdressed young detective. He told me. I fed him some donuts, and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Wow. Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting ratted out by a security guard. Ouch!
Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man there, and he was heading towards the studio.
So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. You got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull the secret weapon.
Oh yeah, I forgot what the secret weapon
The Powers photo.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't actually show his face.
Yep. That. It won't let me use it yet. Oh, okay.
I'll say it again, it was him!
I still can't present it yet.
It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. I think it'll let you present.
Yeah, I think it should let me do it now. Objection! Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag.
Hey!
You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? Well, you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo.
Whoa, it just got real in here.
Oh, yeah. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo, Your Honor. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Mr. Powers, right?
No, they can't!
Oh my god.
Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
Huh? What? I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness.
He's having trouble calling her Old Bag, apparently.
However, You don't have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man! Of course I have proof!
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you! Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective.
She looks angry, Amber.
Oh,
Now she's gone.
I showed that photo to the young detective! And he told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look!
Ah! Wow, old Wingbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof then. Witness's testimony, the man in the photo. Okay.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see that he is dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy now?
Whoa. So he had a sprained ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals.
Cross-examination, the man in the photo. Here we go.
I never say anything that I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess.
He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon.
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear added to the court record.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers, Happy. Well, Nick, find any glaring contradictions?
Well, she seems pretty sure that Powers was in that photo. I guess I'll just press her and see if I can shake her conviction.
Okay.
So, we did that one already. Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the steel samurai. I mean, what a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
Oh, well, I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's skip over that part, shall we?
Oh my gosh.
Where was the assistant then?
Oh my gosh. Oh, her? Well, she was cleaning up backdrops or something, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle at the time.
You may continue your testimony.
Oh, so he broke one of the props and it was a huge mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around, mind you. Well, he went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap. Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot, and when he walked...
Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough.
Huh?
Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where's the steel samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. What? The witness did see the steel samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
What?
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure? You're sure, Your Honor?
Guess we could go with, object!
Yeah.
Hold it right there!
We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else, not caught on the camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
Oh, no need to ask twice, dearie.
Oh boy.
Testimony, witness's account. It continues.
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw go through the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen him.
So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Samurai Steel who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
I gotta stroke my beard while I do the
I
old
know,
man.
I
It's
know.
like...
That's
Oh,
funny.
okay.
That's so cute. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. The only person I thought go through the studio before then was Will.
Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking. Right.
Notice she said suspicious looking. So maybe somebody did go through.
What about before you got to the guard station? Ah.
You mean before 1 p.m.? What? Everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so nobody could get in. Not to mention... I mean, if they had, I would have seen him. No one else went there. But doesn't our photo say number 2?
Yeah. Try it. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes sirree, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. Is that correct?
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Whoa.
Looks like you do know something.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all the security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening for you. I mean...
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back, the photo is printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. I mean, really, Sonny?
Actually, I know that too.
Huh?
The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Oh.
Oh, order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
What?
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness.
Uh-oh.
The evidence shows that not one, but two people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Me! You! Will you watch your mouth, you whippersnapper? The only person I saw that day was Will Powers, I say, Will...
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means two people went by.
Yes, but that's, what would it, seem to mean, but,
Can the witness explain this to the court?
well, I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Itchy boy, help me!
Oh, believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Somehow you're a whippersnapper too! Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
That's right. I just remembered something.
Obviously, time for a revision of the testimony.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes. I suppose you could put it that way.
Everybody's whispering.
I see. Your testimony, please. Again.
Oh, this is a circus.
Yep, I know. She keeps revising it. So, like I was saying, every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos, record it on the security computer, and I check them. And then I throw out any photos that aren't, suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I do remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
This is fun. All right, here we go.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos, record it on the security computer, and I check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, well, you can tell by looking at their faces. For the most part. Oh my gosh.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I don't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I now?
I think this is missing the point.
Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Huh?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
The Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals for gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Objection!
Wait a second! Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words, lady.
Well, if you must know, there is a drain that goes into the employee area, and
Oh.
the grate had been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, there's where they came in.
They came in through the drain?
Oh, I told you they were freaks. God, and
And?
well, they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased,
It was a boy, probably second or third grade.
What? Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gates on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade.
Oh, yes. Well, we see this type here every day, really. Can't stop 'em, can't catch 'em.
A boy in second or third grade. I assume it would be hard, if not possible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Even I can't lift it.
Right! As I said, I didn't much pay attention to him or much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on?
We're in trouble, that's what's going on.
I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't know.
October 18th, 11:08, District Court, Defendant Lobby.
Lobby number 3.
Mr. Powers,
Yeah.
tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of your stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume.
Yeah.
So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now, big guy.
Nick, what are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Poor Steel Samurai.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Nick, it's time.
Oh, it's time? Well, anyway, guys and gals, that is actually going to do it for this episode. We will see you guys tomorrow with more of the old bag. And maybe it'll end tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you thought about this case. And we will see you with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, tomorrow only on Let's Plays, all this month in April. Thanks again to Capcom for sponsoring and providing this game for us. And we will see you with more Phoenix Wright tomorrow. God bless and happy gaming.
See